When meeting new people, one of the first questions that I ask is what kind of music do they listen to? While to some, this may be a strange way to initiate conversation, to me, it's one of the most important questions I could ask a person. Knowing someone's favorite genre or artist helps me shape my first impressions and lets me bond with them. It gives me a chance to discover common interests or even something completely new that I might love. So, you can imagine my surprise when some people tell me that they don't listen to music at all. Even if it isn't noticeable, nowadays, music is all around us. You can hear it in the background of movies, when you go to the supermarket, or when you simply go outside and hear the birds chirping. Even that can be considered music. Regardless of whether you enjoy listening to music or not, many people tend to overlook its meaning. Music isn't just a random compilation of sounds. It is a form of art that has had and continues to have an essential role in the development of the very world we live in. Music has the ability to transcend language and cultural boundaries, making it a universal medium for expressing the thoughts and emotions of individuals and entire communities. Simple songs have the power to be the voice of the people and the driving force behind social, political, and cultural change. One of the best examples of this is a genre that we have all come to know and love: hip-hop. Beyond its musical influence, hip-hop has had a profound impact on the empowerment of marginalized communities and the advocacy for social justice. The origins of hip-hop date back to the 1970s in the South Bronx of New York City, many years before it reached mainstream media. The creation of this genre is directly linked to issues such as poverty, the growing use of drugs, and harassment that cultural minorities were forced to face. On August 11, 1973, Clive Campbell, better known by his stage name DJ Kool Herc, threw a party called Back to School Jam for his sister Cindy. What Herc didn't know was that his party was about to become the catalyst for a revolution in the music industry. Quite frankly, that night changed the course of music history. Soon, other performers all over New York City were trying to outdo Herc by hosting their own musical gatherings. To the African American and Latino communities of New York, these parties meant more than just entertainment. They became platforms for under-recognized artists to be heard and acknowledged. They laid the foundation for community engagement and unity, making way for advocacy and social justice through self-expression. Hip-hop artists gave a voice to the unheard, and they shed light on the issues that they faced in their communities on a daily basis. And although the genre has undergone many drastic changes throughout the years, its core values remain the same. Many incredibly successful mainstream artists such as Jay-Z, Tupac, and Kendrick Lamar have used their platforms to discuss prevalent issues in society, such as police brutality, gang violence, and the unfairness of the justice system. Though hip-hop has undeniably had the biggest impact on the music industry, many other genres such as jazz, folk, and rock have also been the driving force behind political and cultural changes. However, more than social influence, something every listener can understand is the effects of music on one's personal well-being. During moments where you might be feeling unhappy and fatigued, hearing just a few chords of your favorite upbeat melodies can boost your mood unlike anything else. And, just like any other process in the human brain, this isn't simply out of coincidence. According to research, listening to music we enjoy is directly linked to the production of dopamine in our brains. If you don't know, dopamine is a chemical that gives us feelings of pleasure, satisfaction, and motivation. What's even more interesting is that dopamine isn't only released during peak musical moments, but also when we anticipate them. For example, when you're waiting for the beat to drop whilst listening to a song, you might feel more excited and hyper than you usually would. While we can understand the processes our mind goes through while listening to cheerful music, a question we can often find ourselves asking is why exactly we find comfort in listening to melancholic music. In fact, when feeling upset, it is in our human nature to try to avoid these feelings. You'd expect that listening to gloomy melodies would only intensify those unpleasant emotions, but it actually seems to be doing the opposite. See, feeling depressed is an incredibly lonely feeling. During times like these, you may feel like no one in the world can possibly understand what you're going through. Therefore, finding a simple melody that resonates with the state that you're in could have an incredible impact on your mental health. Music has the ability to validate your feelings and make you feel less alone. Knowing that other people have had similar experiences and have been able to overcome their difficulties lets you feel understood and more at peace with your existing situation. Even if you struggle to reach out for help, listening to a comforting song can truly feel like letting out your worries to a close friend, because sometimes music has the ability to say what words can't. In all honesty, a world without music is simply unimaginable. Without it, humans would lack one of the most important forms of self-expression: sound. Instead of undermining its true capabilities, we could all embrace and utilize the true force of music. What many people don't understand is that basic chord progressions and combinations of words have helped shape the very world we live in today. It has built communities, given a voice to those who needed it, created support systems for those who lacked one, and all in all, it continues to change the lives of countless individuals all across the globe. This form of art not only lets you experience pleasure, but lets you make the changes in your life that you want or maybe even need. So, as I said, music isn't just an arrangement of notes and melodies. In fact, we'd be surprised to see just how much we can truly achieve through its hidden power. Thank you.